there should be some unwritten rule or principles. This is a thing with democracies and proper functioning democracies. There should be some unwritten rule or principles upon which we operate. And some of those principles are written in the Constitution, such as the presumption of innocence and all of those, which are not things you speak about glibly, but you acknowledge them in the full intent of how they're meant to take effect. So that presumption of innocence applies to any person who is charged with any crime, even treason, even mass murderer. Everybody, the presumption of innocence applies until whatever time. That's in the criminal law. But when it comes to governance now, Miss Lucy, we're not talking about those same principles that apply as in the criminal law, because a lot more is expected. The system of accountability, of representation, of executive authority, it must be as near as possible beyond reproach. Doesn't mean that people won't come to some conclusions that are not their own, irrespective of the facts on which they base the conclusion. It just means that those who occupy the powers, the positions in the executive should be as far as possible above reproach. And the person who is leading the executive, who is the Prime Minister, must also be as far as possible above reproach. It doesn't mean that people won't say things, but there shouldn't be, certainly in the eyes of well-thinking people, any sort of investigation that occupies any place of credence that will give us cause to wonder aloud about the veracity of whatever. So that is why I have certainly called for Dr. Wheatley understanding how the executive is supposed to operate, understanding its primacy in being the third arm of government, the unwritten rule that we have had, which is when there are very strong allegations of whatever kind of action against a minister, to the point where a body such as the Integrity Commission, with all of its warts, when it recommends that a course of action is to be taken against an individual, then the proper thing to do is for the executive to be relieved of that individual, allow him to go and defend himself in the criminal sphere, so that the executive stays as far as possible beyond reproach. So nobody is asking for the MP to leave Parliament. You can't do that. In the same way, when the allegations came against George Wright, we couldn't tell him to leave Parliament. We could say to him, we don't think you should be there. But you couldn't tell him to leave because it's the people of Central that put him there. Same thing, you can't tell Dr. Wheatley to leave, but what you can say to the Prime Minister, he having been elected by the people to this constituency, you having put him in the executive, go more and observe the unwritten ruling. You don't need to wait for there to be a charge because of the nature of what this report contains. It may very well be that the report falls away when the criminal matter comes up. And when it does, Dr. Wheatley can take his position back. Yeah, but too much is at stake collectively for the executive for him to remain. 876-926.
May the words of my mouth and the
7615.
meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, Lord Jesus Christ. You are my strength and my Redeemer. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Saturday morning, the 26th day of June. Oh, it's the 27th. Oh my gosh, why do I have the 26th? It's the 27th day of June. Saturday morning. This morning, we're going to be talking to Central St. Mary MP, Omar Noel. Going to talk to him this morning. What is that? We lose another wicket? West Indies playing Ireland. West Indies playing Ireland. We are 50 for 3 after 8.1 over. What? Toss it up high. Oh, gosh. Yeah. So, we were listening a while ago to my Bramble friend, Emily Shields, talking about Dr. Andrew Wheatley should resign, step aside. But I really wonder if Emily listened to herself, because that statement was heavy. Heavy statement she made there. And that statement points also, Emily, at the man at the top, the Prime Minister. Because you hear what you say? The executive must be far from reproach. And that nobody should even grumble under them breath about the integrity of these people. I want to listen here now. Because this statement, and Emily Crooks is a senior journalist. I don't listen to her no more, too tough. Well, nowadays I listen to her because Power 106, they have moved Power 106 from the airwaves. And if you want to hear some talk show, I guess she's not as jounded, if there's such a word as jounded, as the people move nationwide. As I said, she's bramble. She will blaze up, but her fire is not sustained. And I want to play it again because I want to listen to her when she talk about how the people in the executive should be viewed. They are referred to as honorable, and the Prime Minister as the most honorable.
Democracies. This is a thing with democracies and proper functioning democracies. You
hear what she said? Proper functioning democracies. She said this is the thing about democracies and proper functioning democracies. Continue.
Should be some unwritten rule or principles upon which we operate. And some of those principles are written in the Constitution, such as the presumption of innocence and all of those. which are not things you speak about glibly, but you acknowledge them in the full intent of how they're meant to take effect. So that presumption of innocence applies to any person who is charged with any crime, even treason, even mass murderer. Everybody, the presumption of innocence applies until whatever time. That's in the criminal law. But when it comes to governance now, Miss Lucy,
Yes.
we're not talking about those same principles that apply as in the criminal law, because a lot more is expected. The system of accountability, of representation, of executive authority, it must be as near as possible beyond reproach. Doesn't mean that people won't come to some conclusions that are not their own, irrespective of the fact on which they base the conclusion. It just means that those who occupy the powers, the positions in the executive should be as far as possible above a reproach. And the person who is leading the executive,
Yes.
who is the prime minister,
Yes.
must also be as far as possible above reproach. It doesn't
Stop. Is the Prime Minister of Jamaica in that position, Emily Shields? I'm talking to Emily this morning. Bramble Emily. I'm talking to you this morning. Is the Prime Minister in that position that you are saying that people who are in the executive ought to be? And I want to say to you, Emily, that is why this man shall not be moved. That is why Andrew Holness cannot tell Dr. Wheatley to move. And you, like when them near the private sector organization, the churches, you are all a set of hypocrites. Hypocrites you all are. And you all coming down on Dr. Wheatley because you don't think Dr. Wheatley is a weak fence. The Prime Minister of Jamaica is in no better position. And anybody who dare calls for Dr. Wheatley resignation must in the same breath ask the Prime Minister to step aside. If you're not asking the Prime Minister to step aside, back off a Dr. Wheatley. You're the private sector people, them.
The Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, is calling for Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness to seriously consider having Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, step aside from his ministerial duties while allegations raised by the Integrity Commission are addressed. The PSOJ is the latest group calling for Dr. Wheatley to step aside. Prince Moore has details.
In a statement yesterday, the PSOJ expressed concern about the issues arising from the Integrity Commission's investigations and recommendations involving Dr. Wheatley. The organization says it remains committed to the principles of good governance, transparency, accountability, and integrity. It says these are essential to maintaining public confidence, protecting Jamaica's international reputation, and supporting economic growth.
Yes.
The PSOJ says, while allegations of this nature are of significant public interest, confidence in the country's governance framework depends on matters of public accountability being handled through credible, independent, and transparent processes.
Yes.
The business group also stressed that it respects the role of the Integrity Commission and the legal and constitutional processes in place, including the principle that individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
But it says, given the sensitive responsibilities of cabinet ministers,
Yes.
it believes Dr. Wheatley stepping aside while the matter is resolved would help preserve public confidence, protect the integrity of the office, and reinforce Jamaica's governance framework. The PSOJ adds that Jamaica has made significant progress in strengthening its governance systems and says that progress must continue through consistent adherence to accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. Prince Moore, rated
Hypocrites. Hypocrites. PSOJ, you're all a bunch of hypocrites. The churches who are calling for Wheatley to resign, you're all a bunch of hypocrites. Don't get me wrong. Wheatley should resign. But I don't want Wheatley to resign because the Prime Minister did not resign. You must understand my argument. Anybody who is calling for Wheatley resignation who never called for Prime Minister Andrew Holness resignation, you are a full-fledged hypocrites. And you are all a part of the problem. The Prime Minister have no moral authority to fire Andrew Wheatley. That is the problem. Everything that the PSOJ says, what this will cause, the lack of confidence. The Prime Minister of Jamaica being Prime Minister is doing that to the country. But you all sit down because you're afraid at 1 p.m. and you are afraid of the quote-unquote popularity of Brogard. So when the Integrity Commission put out their report on Brogard, the whole of going on a corner and keep silent. None of you called for his resignation. Under the PNP asked for him to move. So the whole of move up. Leave Dr. Wheatley alone. Leave Dr. Wheatley alone. When you grow some balls and call for the Prime Minister to step aside, call for Xavier Meehan to step aside, then you call for Dr. Wheatley to step aside. There's two before Dr. Wheatley that must step aside from the cabinet. Dr. Wheatley's third in line. So those of you who are not calling for the Prime Minister's resignation, who are not calling for Xavier's Meehan resignation from the cabinet, move up, Emily Shields, move up churches, move up PSOJ, move up. Now hypocrite. When I lean upon weak fence, Dr. Wheatley, stand your ground. From day one, I, Colin Bell, have been saying, Dr. Wheatley, stand your ground. 2 months before you have problem and them no resign. Them a man more than you. They no man more than you, Dr. Wheatley. Stand your ground. They want you to resign. Tell the two before you to step aside. Listen to Emily Shields. She say the people in the cabinet must be as far from reproach as possible. Listen to her calling for Dr. Wheatley.
Or is expected the system of accountability, of representation, of executive authority. It must be as near as possible beyond reproach.
You're a hypocrite.
Doesn't mean that people won't come to some conclusions that are not their own, irrespective of the facts on which they base the conclusion. It just means that those who occupy the powers,
yes,
the positions in the executive,
yes,
should be as far as possible above a reproach.
Yes.
And
is the Prime Minister there?
Leading the executive,
yes,
who is the Prime Minister,
yes,
must also be as far as possible above reproach. It doesn't.
So when the Integrity Commission said Prime Minister Andrew Holness use charity money to buy stocks and bonds for himself, is the Prime Minister far from reproach? Is he in the position that you just said to us that these people ought to be, Emily, is the Prime Minister in that position. Let me continue with her.
Mean that people won't say things,
Yes.
but there shouldn't be, certainly in the eyes of well-thinking people, any sort of investigation that occupies any place of credence.
So, is there an investigation on the Prime Minister that occupies place of credence in the minds of well-thinking Jamaican, Emily Shields? Are you saying that the Prime Minister is in the position that he ought to be based on this statement that you make? Money is going at the Prime Minister account by unidentified source. Miss Shields, what are you talking about? If you're not calling for Prime Minister Andrew Holness' resignation, you have no moral authority to call for Wheatley's own. Not because Wheatley is recommended to be charged. Xavier Main was recommended to be charged. We do not call for him resignation. The Prime Minister was referred to the FID and TAJ. And in one instance, the Director of Corruption Prosecution said she found enough to charge the Prime Minister. But for some reason, she decided not to charge him. We never call for him resignation. No, a bunch of hypocrites. And you all are the weapon that is formed against Jamaica. I have to tell you like it is this morning. There's another piece that I want to drop for you. Tom Tavares Finson, are you aware that senators are not supposed to be in the Senate touting political sides? Aren't you aware that senators should be above the fray as your name that you are in the upper house? The upper house shouldn't be a partisan house. Tom Tavares Finson, man will cuss bad word in the house. I'm going to listen to this with Lambert Brown and the Tom.
That they must recognize that I come here hoping that there can be bipartisan support for the Occupational Safety and Health Bill, and that this be brought, because this bill is going back to the other place, because there are amendments to come. And I hope the other place will see the importance of urging on the Minister of Labour to speedily lay the Occupational Health and Safety Act.
Thank you.
I move on from that call for the Occupational Health and Safety Act to be brought to the Parliament as a matter of urgency by saying, what this government, you want me to talk to about this bill? This bill to me appears to be preference for foreigners. It's the same approach.
But Senator Brown, with the greatest of respect, how can civil
That's
aviation...
my opinion.
Oh, I'm asking though.
Well,
how
let me
can
speak
civil
and then we
aviation
can talk
safety,
afterwards.
how can civil aviation
Let me
safety
talk about,
be aimed at foreigners?
let
Where
me
you getting,
talk
where you
what
get
I
this
want
thing
to
from?
talk. You can come into the debate if you want. The reality is that just like the TCN, a preference to foreigners over the Melissa victims, just like the preference, the rejection of Jamaican coming back from the UK, we are seeing a government showing a preference to foreigners over Jamaica. I choose Jamaica. For you, choose Jamaica is a slogan. For you, choosing Jamaica is a slogan. For me, it's reality. I raise the issue.
Yeah, man,
why are you bringing to Jamaica the most despicable pedophiles and dangerous people that
Senator
your
Brown.
MOU
Senator
has
Brown.
brought?
Senator Brown, I have to turn off your mic. You heard what you said? Why is the government of Jamaica choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile and despicable people? That is the position of the People's National Party. That is the position of the People's National Party. Well, if that is the position, I want you to state on the record that that is the position of the People's National Party. That the Jamaica Labour Party government is bowing to Rubio to bring pedophiles and criminals to Jamaica. Let the record show that that is the position of the People's National Party. Please have your seat. Anybody, Minister, anything else? No, I'm not turning it on.
So you are choosing the despicable and the pedophiles and
I want, look here now, I just want the record to indicate, that Senator Brown, speaking on behalf of the People's National Party, is saying that the government of Jamaica is choosing Rubio's Secretary of State of the United States of America is choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile, criminal and rapist to Jamaica. That is the position of the People's National Party. Look here, man, don't start me today at all. Senator Gale. Afraid of who, me? All right, so repeat it. Let me turn on your mic.
That's what I want to do.
Repeat it.
I am saying here.
Repeat it.
That in choosing to bring the TCN,
yes,
you are choosing what Rubio said. Despicable pedophiles who they want to get away from America.
All right, okay.
And to dump on us.
And that's the position of the People's National Party.
Brown's view.
Senator Sinclair.
This man realized that the Senate should be above the partisan politics. Morning, nephew. Morning. Nephew? Nephew, morning. Hello? Nephew? Nephew, talk.
Hello?
Yes, Wagwan. Nephew. Talk, man. I hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, I hearing you. Nephew, you not hearing me? I am hearing you, nephew. Talk. Call me back then, nephew. I look like you're not hearing me. I am hearing you. I don't know if the callers were hearing him do, Let me just check something here to make sure that everybody can hear. Vincent.
Hello?
Yes, Vincent. Vincent, I hearing you, man, loud and clear now.
Something wrong on your end, man.
I am here. We are hearing you.
Something wrong on your end, Colin. Check the system.
We're hearing you,
Something wrong on your end.
I don't know why you're not.
Check your system. Either you knew the mic or something, but something wrong on your end.
Neville, we're hearing you loud and clear. I don't know why you're not hearing us, but we've been hearing you loud and clear. Neville?
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you, man.
Hello?
Yes, Neville. Hey, I don't know what go on. May I hear him? Anybody heard him a while ago? What you mean me can't function? What did this? Where you come from? Obviously, you're new to PortlandspiceTV. You are very new to PortlandspiceTV. But I don't know, I'm not hearing Neville. I like to talk to Neville. I like talking to the labor rights, them, especially the ones them that have a little moral compass. Vincent, something wrong with your phone, man?
Hello?
Yes, Vincent.
We're not hearing a word from your side, Colin. I know you open.
Vincent?
Not hearing. Yes, I hear you. Hear me now?
Long time I hear you.
Well, we wasn't hearing anything from your side. I know the phone open, but we wasn't hearing anything from your side. All right.
Yeah.
I called you to say something, but please, sir, I am not here to discuss the weekly and the Prime Minister thing at this time. I still need. Don't laugh, Colin. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
What you say? You're not trying to defend the indefensible.
I just believe it. I don't believe the time is right. What I want to say to you is what happened in the Senate yesterday.
Yes.
And I think my good friend for the Senate dropped the ball.
Who is that? Tom Tavares Finson?
Yes. I think he dropped the ball.
Tom is an idiot long time, you know.
No. Great guy, nice guy.
This is the guy that cussed bad word in the parliament, you know.
Anyway, coming.
Yes.
It looks as if the president of the Senate don't realize that there is a video out there with Mr. Rubio calling those people who they are planning to send to these countries like Jamaica. And the words in which Lambert Brown were using is the word in which Rubio used to describe them. Lambert were only...
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are actively, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
So, Tom Tavares Finson, like the rest of the GLP, they are living far from reality. They're living under stone.
No.
But Neville, this is out there. And Lambert, those words Lambert Brown was just quoting Rubio.
Repeating.
When Tom Junk say is the view of the PNP, Tom Junk and Tom Fool. It's not PNP view.
Secondly, the Senate's supposed to be an independent place where the senators vote on conscience and make
yes.
But because the PNP captured the Senate over the years and
Lord.
After run, we talk again.
I know you got to run. You can't. This kitchen here, you can't stay in this kitchen here, Neville. The heat in this kitchen here too hot. Tom Junk and Tom Fool. Because I don't know how that become. It's not even Lambert view. That's exactly what Marco Rubio said. They are seeking assistance to take some of the most despicable people. Yeah? You see, this program here is about giving credible information, educating the people to elevate the people. And if sometimes it becomes entertaining, then make it come through entertainment. So, we love having Ralston on. Circle your camera, MP. We love having Ralston on. And we like talking to Neville. And this brethren here is a brethren where we like talk to as well. Chairman of the... No, hold on. Chairman of Region 2 and Member of Parliament for Central St. Mary. Omar Newell, good morning, sir.
Colin, morning and morning to your listeners.
How you doing?
You know, I'm good. Doing very good. My dad just celebrated his 70th birthday.
Yes.
King like he's 40. Good
Yes.
Portland sea breeze, I guess, got through him nostril growing up.
Yes.
And had a good time celebrating with him.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So
Heading
his
to
birthday
some-
was close to Father's Day.
Yeah, man. So I went for Father's Day and I stayed. He's in the States. So I spent it Father's Day and his birthday with him.
Beautiful. Well done, sir.
Back
Well
on the
done.
rock.
Well, welcome home. Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Now, let's first though look at your sectorial debate, because there are so many things out there that we need to talk to you about.
Yeah.
But your first sectorial debate in the parliament was very good. You still with us, Omar? Look like we lost Omar. But I know he's going to join us back shortly. He's back with us. Yeah. Yes, MP.
I'm trying to figure out how to deal with the fact that the phone is going to keep ringing. And that is what is causing the...
Yes, that is going to be difficult. But we could try.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Yeah, your sectorial debate, you brought a lot of things to the fore. But as it relates to the environment, Omar, and wow. Guess him gone again. Hold on. Hold on. I don't take calls when I have guests on. So if you see I have a guest on, don't try call me that time. But let me take this one till Omar rejoin us. Yes, caller. Hello? All right, we could go back to the guests. Yes, Omar.
Yeah, I'm Colin. Sorry about that. And sorry, apologies to the listeners and viewers.
All right. So people, if you're seeing Omar on the screen, don't bother call him. Don't call him while he's on. No, MP, as it relates to the environment and the NEPA still in the Prime Minister's office, what are the issues that you're having with that?
All right, so NEPA is pretty much like a management company that has a number of agencies and bodies that it manages. So the NRCA is one, the Land Use and Development Agency is one, and there are two more. But the NRCA is the one that is most important in terms of the conversation we have. So the NRCA, National Resource Conservation Authority, and the NRCA Act, that is the principal environment legislation in the country, the NRCA. So the first problem with NEPA is that we have a Minister of Environment who the principal Environment Conservation and Protection Act does not reside with him. So it sits in the office of the Prime Minister. That is one. The second issue with NEPA is that the government has shown that sometimes they are the chief enabler of environmental degradation. Yeah?
Yes.
I'll give you an example. Fort Rocky, which is an ecologically sensitive area out in Palisadoes, Port Royal area. The Minister of Culture decided they were going to build an entertainment zone in Fort Rocky, sent in bulldozers, started tearing down sand dunes, etc., which protect the airport, the community of Port Royal, and the city of Kingston in the event there's a storm surge. Some people raised alarms, and NEPA went in and stopped the destruction of the ecologically sensitive area. But to date, and this is early last year, might have been the year before, but to date, nothing has been done in terms of remediation. And we have made a number of calls. Calls have predated me going in Parliament. Sophia
Yes.
Fraser Binns and all the others who have done the hard work before have made calls on NEPA to go in. But NEPA doesn't seem to have the backbone to stand up to the government. The third challenge with NEPA and how it is currently organized is the Bengal Mountain matter.
Yes.
Where NEPA, a developer went in, has owned the land. His father, Mr. Blake's dad, owned the land from, I'm thinking 88 or 89, he would have acquired it. He went in and decided he wants to mine. And what I'm told by residents who have been a part of the process is that the original plan was to mine the mountain down to sea level. And then
dig it
after
down.
exploiting.
We lost Tamara again. Dig down the mountain to sea level. Wow. Hey, somebody. And after them dig it down now, them are build some hotel on it. Hey, like up the video for me, people. Like up the video. Like up the video. Like up the video. Like up the video. MP, can you pull out? Can you pull off?
Yeah, man, that is a plan. I'm just coming out of this community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying they were planning to dig down it to sea level?
To sea level, and then and sell lots. So it would pretty much be lots almost across the road from the beach. Yeah. In Runaway Bay area where Bengal Mountain is. If you go on your Google Maps, you can.
Yeah, man, I know where Bengal Mountain is.
No, I'm more talking to your listeners as well. So anybody wants to know and to follow where we're speaking of, you just open Google Maps and put in Bengal Mountain, and it will give you an idea of where exactly it is. But that was the plan. Now, NEPA NRCA decided they would not grant the environmental permit based on their EIA because of the sensitivity of the area. The company, Mr. Blake and his company, appealed to the minister. And the minister,
was the Prime Minister?
Yes, the Prime Minister. And the minister intervened and overturned NEPA's decision without any new scientific basis. Now, I don't believe decisions are always set in stone. I think, for example, if you have new information, you can always change your mind. You can change a decision. But with no new information, the Prime Minister decided to overturn the decision of NRC as it relates to Bengal Mountain. So I believe, similar to what obtains in many jurisdictions, that we need an independent body. I think the structure can be similar to what we have for the Integrity Commission or the EOJ. And it should be able to make decisions that are not concerned just about development. I'm not anti-development, and I hope I get a chance to speak about oil afterwards, because
of course
I see a brother named Garfield Higgins, who my team told me it was beneath me responding to. But since I'm here, I'll respond to him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. Anyway, so my view is, if you have an independent entity that takes into consideration just the science and the ecological sensitivity when making these decisions, then it redounds better for the future of Jamaica and the country that my 11-year-old will become an adult in. The final thing is, the government has said that they're going to appeal the Bengal decision, which is the most hypocritical thing I have ever seen. And the reason it is the most hypocritical thing is, over the weekend, I went through some documents I had from Parliament, and there's one that I didn't get a chance to read, which speaks to Jamaica's policy for ecologically sensitive areas. And in that policy, one of the areas listed is the Bengal Mountains, a 2026 document. The Bengal Mountain is listed, and there's a note that says only light
Only light.
Due space of the area.
Go again. Only light what?
Only light activity. Are you still
Yes.
seeing me, Colin?
Yes, man.
You're still seeing me?
Yes, yes.
Because I want to pull up a screenshot I did of the page, and I want to read it exactly what it says. It says there are specific restrictions within these ecological sensitive areas, of which Bengal Mountain is one listed, on the types of activities that will be permitted by the regulatory authorities. These restrictions will allow for the conservation of the rich and sensitive ecologies of these areas. In these areas, only low-impact developments such as ecotourism under carefully regulated conditions will be considered. So what this says to me, Colin, is that even something as sensitive as ecotourism, where the eco stands for ecology.
Yes.
Even something as sensitive as a form of tourism that takes into consideration the well-being of the environment, it will be strictly regulated in the Bengal Mountain. I don't know how you move from that to, if 2026 your information change and you had a shift and you put out this policy, I don't know how you move from that to appealing a decision that no mining can take place in the Bengal Mountain.
So that means even the carrying capacity for tourism would be monitored closely.
Only light activity, and it has to be carefully regulated. So it could mean exactly what you're saying.
No. If you have people who are trained in these areas, study the thing, and the government employ them as the technicians, why did the Prime Minister just go and overrule? The question I want to ask you mentioned the property is owned by Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Is that the son of the late Vivian Blake?
So it was purchased by the late Vivian Blake, is my information.
Oh.
And the Mr. Blake, who currently owns the property. And I have deliberately tried in Parliament, I guess because I was just reading on it, I mentioned the name. I've tried not to mention the name, not because of any fear, but because my argument is one about process and not about the personality. And I'm very much aware that in 20 or 30 years, my son, being the son of Omar Neil, will have a lot of limitations on what he's able to do in the country. Now, the family has no obligation to ensure that people who are connected or who appear to be connected are not allowed. Well, nobody should be allowed to flaunt or to break the rules.
Right.
It can be that the country runs in a way where it is apparent that persons who are politically connected a chance to get away with,
anything,
these kinds of activities.
All right. Before we go to the oil, MP Matthew Samuda said is the people who are burning coal who are destroying the environment. You have an objection to that. Speak to us about that. I think him say is the people who are burn coal that destroy the mangrove. I don't even know if those trees in the mangroves are used to burn coal. Go ahead.
Well, I believe in data, Colin. And that is why in another space you may have seen a conversation about TCNs. And I responded that I'm on top of it. So there is actually a government policy for mangrove. There's a government policy for mangroves. And it speaks to hotel resort type developments as the major contributor. The only conclusion I'm left to draw, Colin, is that Matthew was keeping with the DNA of the Labour Party, which is to pretty much look on things through a class lens. Yeah? So they are wired in a way to look out for the wealthy among us and almost have some disdain for the poorer among us. Now, anybody who's destroying mangroves should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So I am not in any way encouraging anybody to go and tear down mangroves, to burn coal, and to do whatever. But the science or the policy documents that the government puts out or the technocrats put out, I have to have a little more faith in those than whatever a minister makes up. One of the interesting things I found is that the minister spoke to this matter from a site where a significant amount of mangroves were destroyed to build. I won't call the name, but it's a hotel.
Yeah.
But the biggest contributors to the destruction of mangroves, based on the government's own policy,
Yeah.
is construction activities and resort development. So I want to rubbish that. As I did publicly.
Yes,
and
and that's
again just rubbish it on your platform.
let's go to United Oil and Gas and the development. They said that they have secured a permit to drill. They have secured beach license and all the necessaries to go ahead and drill. Speak to us about that.
All right. So, member Paul Well, in his sectorial presentation, which I think was in April, spoke to the lengthy delays in terms of getting to a point where we can begin drilling for oil. And he said there should have already been some drilling taking place. And, you know, to paraphrase him, how is it taking so long to get to this?
So hold on a little bit.
Yes.
Paul Well said there should have been already.
Yes.
Are we to understand that no drilling at all has taken place off the shores of Jamaica for oil?
Not maybe for purpose of testing, which that is been going on since for many years, predates Holness administration.
Yeah.
So for testing, that has been going on, but there's been none for
the lift oil
of commercial quantities of oil.
Right.
Or gas. So Paul Well said something, and it's just in my mind, and forgive me for being, generally I try and be restrained, but Garfield Higgins, who is an educator, is striking how dunce one can be. So Paul Well said that in his presentation. In my presentation, I spoke to the fact that the first thing I said is that I am not opposed to Jamaica taking advantage of any opportunity to extract our resources and to bring wealth to the country. Paraphrasing.
Right.
I went on to say, though, that it is bothering that the minister who has responsibility for that area has been so vocal and so optimistic, and we have heard nothing at all from the environment minister. So I spoke to the fact that drilling oil requires certain things before you get there. No,
yes.
There are several ways you can look at it. You can take a view that if Paul is saying that we should have been drilling, it includes the fact that we should have done these environmental things, which are the legwork, the preliminary stuff before you get to drilling. So all this time that Vaz has been talking about oil, etc., should have been the Minister of Environment, should have been using some of that time to have to ensure the consultations are held with the people in the communities, to ensure that the proper framework is put in place to protect our environment, and to do all of the base environmental work that is necessary to get to a point of permitting. The position Garfield Higgins took, which is I cannot. It's difficult for me to even imagine, because I would have naturally sat down and listened and read Paul Well's presentation. His position is that mine is opposed to
Paul Well.
Member Paul Well, almost as if he's saying, if you're going to drill, you can't have environmental protection. But
of course you can.
And in the same article, which is again the duncest piece of opinion journalism that I've ever seen, in the same article, he went to mention models where there is oil drilling and where there are strong environmental safeguards in Scandinavian countries. So I again, it's not generally within me to take that kind of stance where people are concerned. But if you read the article, you can draw any further conclusion. I actually wrote an article to respond to him, shared it with my team, and they said, you know what? if this gains any legs, it
Yeah.
means the entire population is at the level of Garfield Higgins. And luckily it did not. But I want to reject dunceness and encourage people
Yes,
to read and to think critically.
of course. So let's move a little bit now from your portfolio as we wrap up this interview. The third country nationals coming to Jamaica. I saw a video that the first batch will be coming to St. Mary. I don't know if it's in your constituency or if you saw the video. I think TVJ carried a newscast on it. What are your views on this whole third country nationals being deported to Jamaica?
Well, not only did I see the video, but I know very well many of the people who were interviewed in the video.
Okay.
Even though I claim no responsibility for the video.
Is it in your constituency that they are proposing that the first set will be going?
So Grandstone straddles both Central and Western. And
Okay.
the house that was shown in the video, which I have no proof as of yet that TCNs will be there. That house is in Western St. Mary. I have been in dialogue with somebody who has some information to share. I'm not in a position yet where I can speak to it because Colin, I want to maintain the record of not having to withdraw anything that I put
anything
out.
that's beautiful, yes.
Right. So I had a conversation before the TVJ report came out. I had a conversation with a former journalist who is now based in the US, who put me onto somebody who has been traveling, and we just haven't been able to have more than a
I don't know if we lost
to me, because when it came out, you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you now.
When it was reported, when it was reported that someone connected to the current government made the proposal, I immediately wanted to find out whether there was any financial interest that any private party had. We asked a number of questions, including where will they be housed? Just thinking about the different things that could cause somebody to want to push this. You have to follow the money, you know. So I wanted to know where these people would be housed. How would they be transported around?
And you did ask that question in the parliament.
Yes, who would monitor them? So the minister's response was that as of now, they don't know where they'll be housed, but they will be free to roam around. Those were his responses. Now, if there are international bodies that are going to pay, what are they going to pay for then, other than the plane fare? If it is that the government has no interest in where they're going to be housed or anything else where that is concerned, who is the agreement with? Because the MOU is between the government of Jamaica and the United States, to my understanding. So if the MOU is only between the government of Jamaica and the government of the United States, so then tell us the other parts that are missing. And the minister was very skillful in not giving any specific response to any of the questions that I think were reasonable questions. But as it relates to my position on third country nationals,
yes,
I have seen where Jamaicans have been sent to other countries without given the opportunity to send to Jamaica. Let the US deal with their own immigration problem. And by international convention, to my knowledge, a country can refuse its residents. So if a man is in the US or a lady is in the US applying for asylum, let them go through the process. We should not be facilitators of this racist and unjust system that is being perpetrated out of Washington.
What is the party's position? What is the People's National Party's position on this?
Well, we haven't put out a document, but based on the discussions in Parliament, it is consistent with my own position.
So will the PNP be taking any actions to ensure that this don't happen?
I don't know that we can ensure it doesn't happen, but I think the people have been rising up and have been doing things. So, for example, as I said, that report in Grandstone, I had nothing to do with it. People got up, they saw what they saw, and they decided they were going to take matters in their own hands. There's another, I saw a flyer recently that there's going to be a protest Monday.
On Tuesday?
Exactly
It's
where
Tuesday.
Or it's Tuesday. And
Crossroads.
See, yes. And again, that is being organized based on one, I don't remember if it's a letter I saw or if it is a flyer, but it's being organized by a former CEO of a major media company. So it's not a political, it's not somebody whose politics I know. And so Jamaicans can't only rely on us in Parliament to respond. We are there working for them. And sometimes when the directors reach their limit, the shareholders have to take matters in their own hands. And so everybody in Jamaica is if you look at it from a corporate standpoint, is a shareholder in Jamaica.
Yes.
So the people of Jamaica have to take a stance and step out and support what they believe is right and what they believe is wrong. So if they believe that it's fine for us to have TCNs that we don't know their antecedents, we don't know what they bring, what they've been charged for, then they can sit down and accept it. If they, like me, find repulsive that America is sending people who they reject, because these are not people that America wants to accept, these are people that America is rejecting. So if they, like me, are repulsed at the fact that, contrary to what the Statue of Liberty says, give me your worst, give me your broken, give me your, they're sending them here. And we heard what Rubio said. If we are comfortable with it, sit down, but I'm repulsed. And I'm urging everybody to, in your own way, make your voice heard. Write a letter to the editor. Go to your protests. Contact your member of parliament. Yes, contact your member of parliament. Make your voice heard.
My final question to you this morning is on Dr. Andrew Wheatley. Dr. Wheatley is recommended to be charged by the Integrity Commission. I hear people calling him for him to step aside. What are your views?
I take a different stance. I take a totally different stance.
Hold on, before you tell us your stand.
I'm surprised.
Before you tell us your stand, I don't know if you know my stance on it. Have you ever heard my stance on it?
No, but let me respond before you tell me your stance.
All right,
I'm your guest.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it is warranted that a lot of pressure should be placed at this Andrew. But I believe more pressure should be placed at the Andrew who retains confidence in this Andrew.
Okay.
So I don't know if it sounds too much like parable, but prime ministers have the gift of naming their cabinets.
Yes.
And of replacing their cabinet. And who you decide to put in your cabinet is a reflection of you.
Yes.
And so I would want to say, I think this is a broader problem. And I think this is a problem that if the prime minister thinks this is the hill he wants to die on, then we should sharpen the sword and lend it to him so that he can go and die on this hill. You can tell me your stance.
My stand is that Wheatley should stand his ground because, yes, he is recommended to be charged, but some of the same issues the prime minister have them. And if the prime minister is not going to resign, Wheatley shouldn't resign. Xavier Main is recommended to be charged. He's still in the cabinet. So if Xavier Main is not moving, why should Wheatley move? Wheatley's third.
So then, St. Mary is not far from Portland.
All right, sir.
Our positions are not very...
not very far.
Yes. Not far.
All right, MP. Thanks for the time. I don't know if you have anything final you want to say to my listeners and viewers before you go.
No, man, but if you're going to the conference in Central Kingston today, I'll be there addressing some of the issues. And there's a conference in Portmore tomorrow. I need to look and see exactly which division it is. Central Kingston is Raytown division. The Portmore conference that I'll be guest speaking at will be at MP Fitzjackson's constituency office.
Okay.
So if you're in those areas, come out. Let us interact and let us deal with these issues and more. Colin, is always a pleasure.
Yes, man. One love and thanks for the time.
I know we've been trying for tie down the time. It's just a couple things that go on.
Yes.
It's always a joy. Always happy to be on your platform. Respect.
One love, my brother. We'll talk. Blessings. MP for Central St. Mary, Omar Newell, taking some time out to talk to us this morning. You know, when you turn MP, them busy, you know. Busy. But we give thanks for the time he took to talk to us this morning. 1-876-804-7072. Raleigh's a favorite contributor and somebody I love to talk to. So, Raleigh's always going to be around here once I am around here and can get him on the program. And if Neville call, I am going to take Neville's call as well. I would love to talk to a few more laborites on this show. It's just that the laborites are afraid. They can't manage the heat in this kitchen over here. Because they know that we have the data, we have the facts. So them no run on over here, so like how them run on over some place. Them hiding at the chat room. 1-876-804-7072. Morning, welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Great one. Good morning, Portland Spice.
Yes, man, we're nice.
Yes, man. Great shaka for you. What you do?
Me day I do it, you know, brother.
Yes. So, first of all, Ishmael here from the Deeper Jamaica TV podcast.
Wagwan youth.
Me day, man. Great interview, you know. Great interview, and I have some further information to share.
But
in relation to first the Bengal mining project,
yes,
and next what did you talk about again?
You have any information about the protest for Tuesday?
Yes, man. I also have that. I did a interview last night with the organizer K. Osborne.
Oh, is K. Osborne doing it?
Say that again. I don't hear you.
Is K. Osborne the one doing it?
K. Osborne, yeah.
Yeah, man. K. Osborne used to be the CEO at RJR.
Yes.
Head of TVJ.
Yeah, man. The very same.
Yeah, man. Then
yes,
people must go out, not just because it's K, but people must go out Tuesday and let their voice be heard. Go out there and stand firm. Anyway, you say you want to talk to me about the Bengal situation.
Yeah, man. But you touch on the protest, so let me start with the protest.
Yeah.
There is a notion to say that it is a PNP thing. I asked K. Osborne point blank, and she rubbished the argument.
But hold on. What if it's a PNP thing? It don't make no difference. It's a Jamaica issue that we have. So anybody who is protesting against these third country national coming to Jamaica, people must go there.
I agree. But yes, she rubbished the argument. She made it clear that she's not affiliated with any political party.
Yes.
She's a Jamaican and she wants better for her country.
Beautiful.
And for the young people coming up. She made that abundantly clear.
Yes.
Yes, no. The first thing I want to touch on is this Bengal mining issue. Colin Bell, I know that you would have said that Vivian Blake was the purchaser of that property. But did you also know that all three institutions decided not to grant the permit?
Yeah, man.
And the Prime Minister overturned all three institutions?
Yes, man.
As the minister?
Yes, man. We are aware.
Okay. Let's go a little further. Did you know that the company that wants to do the mining is owned not just by the son of Vivian Blake, but also a minister of government? I won't call him name.
So you're saying a minister of government have shares in the company?
Has interest in yes, I'm saying that.
What will you say?
These are public documents, you know.
Then if it's public document, tell us which minister?
Watch Deeper Jamaica TV. It's coming soon. But anyhow, the next issue in relation to the speech that the minister, Matthew Samuda, would have made. He made that speech at Ocean Coral Springs. And it is ironic enough, Colin Bell, because when he made that speech at a hotel that destroyed the mangroves in St. Anne. But he might go come and say,
oh, you see, Ishmael.
I didn't go cool man them.
Ishmael, the minister is right, damn right. Because when the prime minister said the little corner shop them did a cause COVID, a whole heap of people who want the little corner shop them go put him back in a power. So every labor right where this affect, they must get it. Because Jamaican people still don't understand that the Jamaican Labour Party does not represent the average Jamaican. You have a pocket of it deep, short collar of it wide, vehicle of it big. You have a plane and boat. Maybe I'll train to for them to represent you. You know, so yes, right now, so look at the health sector right now, and Christopher Tufton wants to pressure the staff of the hospitals in Jamaica while he takes no responsibility for the degradation of the health sector in Jamaica. Jamaica people don't understand themselves. That's why them back a rub off on the wall, you know.
Oh, it is very sad because the truth is the government has never done a feasibility or a case study or any surveys as it relates to the people that were born coal, Colin Bell. Him don't know how much people born coal. And as far as me concerned, because I had an uncle that used to burn coal when I was a child, is a little upland, and then chop down no tree. Then take up the trash and use it. That's how they make them coal.
Them take up the what?
Certain trees.
Them take up the what?
Them take up the broken branches.
No, Ishmael. No, I just saw it go.
No, man, but I'm telling you how them use to light the skin.
Or them light it. Oh, but fallen trees are cut up. Coal man not really cut down no whole heap of tree. Because most coal man don't even have the facility to cut down no tree. Although some of them do. So, you know, but to say that it is the people who burn coal, it is kind of difficult. But Ishmael, we have to run. We have to take some more calls here.
All right. Big up
Portland Spice. Thanks for the call. One love, Deeper Jamaica. 1-876-804-7072. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the channel. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, Colin, I want to talk about two things, you know?
Yeah.
The first thing I want to ask you about, do you have anything on your in the pipeline to bring a lawyer in to educate the listening public about how to go about the class action lawsuit?
No, I'm going to bring a lawyer soon, maybe by Monday evening. I wanted to bring one this morning.
Can't hear what happened.
I said no, I don't have that in place as yet. My intention is to bring.
I can't hear you, sir. I didn't hear you, Colin.
I don't know why you're not hearing me. But
you can't. I'm in a shop, man. It's a problem.
You are what?
All right. It's okay. I'm in the mall.
Oh, yeah, man. We're bringing on a lawyer soon, but it's not to deal with that matter. So hopefully, when he comes, you might be able to call and ask him about that matter.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let's move on to the next one now. You know what I mean? You live in a community, okay?
Yes.
The former thing they call neighborhood watch.
Yes.
And the reason you form neighborhood watch is to keep a watch in community so that the criminals don't come in and take advantage of your community. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, now that the government has taken the liberty of the people in St. Mary by bringing in 25 of the worst criminals from America, okay? step over the people in the community who have been there trying to keep criminal out. You know what I'm saying? My point is, the Jamaican people need to study the action the people of Nepal took when their government is being taken the piss and feel like they're not being employed by the general public. And also take a look at the people of Sri Lanka and those countries who they deal with these corrupt politicians. You know what I mean? What they did, they put them on, they made everyone for a flight out the country because their life was at stake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And these are the actions Jamaican people will take and to move away from this nine-day talk. Because it's just 9-day talk going on. You know what I'm saying? When these people are bringing in art criminals in a community where people have been living and never watch, try to keep criminal out. Are you still with me?
I'm listening to you, caller. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, we need to take a look at the Nepal, what the Nepal accomplished the goal by getting the Prime Minister to take the first flight of the country. Because if you stay around, he'll be this will be calling. I'm going to use the word. It won't be alive. Put that way. And that's what the project needs to come on. Andrew Holness and Minister of Security, all those criminals, those leechers, they need to be looking for a flight out of the country and not to return. If they return, there will be a lamb to slaughter.
But what do you say about people who are trying to defend the government on this?
Sorry?
What do you say about people who are defending the government on this and saying that the government don't have a choice?
Well, listen to me, Colin. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't pay attention to different people. You know what I mean? You don't do what you do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? There's a time you have to fight fire.
Do you have anybody?
Fight fire sometimes.
Do you have anybody in Jamaica? You have any relatives or friends in Jamaica?
Sorry?
Do you have any relatives or friends in Jamaica?
Sorry?
Do you have any relatives or friends living in Jamaica?
Yes, mate. Yes, mate.
Are you encouraging them to go out on Tuesday to be a part of the protest crossroads Kingston?
I'm encourage everybody, man, to take the fight to them, mate. I'm encouraged down to the very
No. Hold on. That's not my argument. Have you called any of your relatives or friends and said, listen, I want you to go.
Man, I spoke.
If you need a bus fare or if you need lunch money, I will send you that.
Listen, I spoke to one this morning again. I was like about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Listen, mate, we need to get rid of these people. You can have a neighbor watch to keep our criminals, and they are bringing in criminals in your community without consulting you.
All right, my brother. Respect.
You know what I mean?
All right.
A line have to be drawn, mate.
Yes, I agree. A line has to be drawn. We can't continue this way. We have to do something.
No, that's a disrespect, man. The taxpayers who's paying you. You come and bring criminals in their community when there are people have built a committee watch.
Yes.
To keep criminals out.
Yes.
No, man, I have to draw, mate.
I agree.
You got fire.
Yeah, man. All right, brother. Respect.
Take care, mate.
Yeah, man. 1-876-804-7072. You can call me straight. Call me on WhatsApp. Give the video a thumbs up for me now, please. Give this a thumbs up for me. Everybody touch the thumbs up on your screen. Click the thumbs up. It now costs you nothing at all. Give the video a like. We need to get over 1,000 likes. Thank you very much, everybody, for liking the video. Go ahead, Junior.
Morning, Colin.
Yes, sir.
You remember what Marco Rubio said?
About the people who they are sending to Jamaica?
Yeah.
Let me play it lest anybody missed it, because Tom Junk and Tom Fool never hear it. I hope him listening. Listen it.
We are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are active, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
Yes, Junior, continue.
Anyhow, that is a lie.
That is
What
not.
would happen at the airport is that what you just say is a lie. Look at the airport. You say anybody out there from Jamaica Tourist Board?
No. We don't
Or
see.
you say anybody from Jamaica Hotels Association?
Or anybody out there with a sign hold up?
Right. So I wonder if when these people come, if them can buy a day pass to go to Sandals.
Of course they will be able to. They go and get money from America, go and give them a piece of money, you know. I don't know if that catch the Jamaican government. They are going to get a piece of money.
Right. But remember, you know, Sandals going to find a way if you know who is who, you know. When you went by the day pass coming at the hotel, you know.
Oh?
Because those persons won't be invited inside Sandals or anywhere at the major hotels in Jamaica.
I want to ask Dr. Chang and Tom Tavar. Well, maybe you can ask Tom that question if you would have text some of them up on my yard, because maybe you would. Not true, Junior. Maybe Tom would have text some of them up on yard, you know. Tell her.
Yeah, man. I them because me hear the show man jump up yesterday and attack like say what Lambert say a lie. Him Lambert I tell. Right?
Mm.
But make me look back on something with the Integrity Commission, Colin.
Yes.
If you go to court, right?
Mm.
You're innocent. I don't know, her fool were guilty, you know.
Yes.
But with the Integrity Commission, you're guilty. I have to prove yourself innocent. As the Integrity Commission working.
Yeah, but because the Integrity Commission don't just come out and talk before them investigate. And that's why the former chairman of the Integrity Commission, former Judge Panton, said to them in the parliament that when the Integrity Commission put something out there, it's not an opinion. It is a state of facts. That's what Panton told them in the parliament. What the Integrity Commission put forward are facts, not opinion.
But that's why you must stop saying alleged.
Well, when I talk about the Prime Minister using charitable fund, I never say alleged. That's what the Integrity Commission said. No.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Anything to do with the Integrity Commission, we can't use the word alleged. No. Remember, no. When God and Spirit were charged by the Integrity Commission, they were charged because of late payment, you know.
Yes.
Them file late.
Yes.
And there's a charge to file late.
And when Dalrymple Filbert, when they hold on upon Dalrymple Filbert, when she has said she never have no Benz, them never back down. Mm-hmm. And when you take a stock, Dalrymple Filbert did buy a Benz through the government.
Right. So if you now get flagged by the Integrity Commission, you must have proof, say you're innocent.
Yes.
We know I hear your business.
Junior,
you at fault because you get the chance to clear your name.
Yes. So step aside and go clear your name.
All of them who involved.
Yes.
Because as long as you get flagged for illicit enrichment, that is the worst of the worst.
Exactly.
It's not a minor thing you do. It's a big breach.
Yes.
You're on your own.
And Andrew always love talk about who get rich on the backs of Jamaican people.
So all this holy garbage, you know, when you hear Emily Shields come out, get private sector now, let them
churches and the whole of them are set a hypocrite.
We were there in the beginning when there was only one voice in the wilderness.
Yes.
We were there.
Yeah. Yeah. They are the weapon that is formed against Jamaica.
That's what I tell you, you know, I don't believe in them, you know. Because they have no confidence in these people. I have none. When them talk, them only talk when them feel say look bad. If you listen to the tone, Emily, and listen to the tone of the private sector, you realize how them talk?
Yeah, man.
You listen to the tone, you know. they're not assertive. And there's no fervor or come out of them.
Yeah, and them not decisive.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister must start thinking seriously about moving Wheatley. Listen, man, these people must go up one side, go sit down. If you're not coming out and calling for Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Xavier Main, don't call for Wheatley. There's two before Wheatley.
One, all three.
All three.
3 in 1.
3 in 1. 3 the hard way. They must come down.
Yeah.
And also, and you know what else the call must be? Everybody who is under investigation for illicit enrichment, them know themselves. They must take themselves out of the cabinet.
But Colin, the next meeting where Parliament is kept, everybody must declare them hand. If they are under investigation, they must inform the people of Jamaica that they are under investigation. We can't have the hypocrite them sit down in the Parliament and then we wait how long until we hear.
Listen.
The PNP must get up and tell the people of Jamaica how them hands stay and make the people on the other side.
No. Junior, the PNP have already done that. Mark Golding
Colin, remember saying you're doing it already, but you'll do it again.
But why you need to do it again? The PNP do it already, brother. When the Integrity Commission come out and the PNP, all of the PNP members them signed the leadership code of conduct. Nobody from the GLP side not signed the leadership code of conduct.
Colin, you want me to say? The people of Jamaica will say them never hear enough. You know, say there are people in Jamaica now when know say we are import criminal. May I tell you?
You might be right.
World Cup.
They might watch World Cup.
Right, that's why I say get up again and say it all over. I ask them to do the same.
All right, brother.
Right? It's like how you say when them serve in the Parliament, when them the 3 blind mice they attack.
Yeah.
When them stand up, they must turn them back to them.
All right, sir. Little more.
Turn them back.
Little more.
Talk.
Yeah.
Whoever, tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Hold on the caller. Raleigh, morning.
Morning.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, man, we're good, man.
Blessings. So we hear more people are joining the choir call for resignation rally. I still say that they are a bunch of hypocrites because them not call for the Prime Minister, them not call for Xavier Main, them are lean upon Wheatley because they think Wheatley weak. But before we get into that,
hold on, man. Yeah. But Wheatley stronger than Xavier Main.
You think?
So Wheatley is not a weakling. Xavier Main very weak in comparison to Wheatley in terms of the whole hierarchy. No,
so that's why him slide under the radar.
Yeah, Xavier Main and nothing. Wheatley bigger. Wheatley not the office of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister Berger not the minister responsible for information, science, and all of them something. Yeah, so Wheatley is a bigger fish than Xavier Main by far.
Give us an update of what happened in the Jamaican economy this week.
Well, the Bank of Jamaica intervened at the foreign exchange market with 30 million first, then 20 million. So there's still excess demand of 33 million going into next week, right? Bank of Jamaica also mopped up some $35 billion, right? So they mop up $35 billion and intervene at the foreign exchange market with 50 million. The market wanted 83 million. So there's still excess demand of 33 million. We all know about the continued decline in exports. Jamaica down by 22.3% for the first 3 months, while the rest of the country, Latin America and the Caribbean, up by 15.7%, including Barbados. The micro stock exchange was launched this week. This is where members of the small business community with the appropriate books can go to the market and raise between 50 and 100 million in order to accelerate them business. So that's a good thing. So again, we see a release from JMA GCC about the whole thing. PSOJ was more direct that Wheatley must step down while the investigations are being conducted. The JCC and JMA was in a whole lot of waffle about, governance and rare, but them stopped short of calling for the resignation.
But where were these people Ralston when the Integrity Commission came out on Prime Minister Andrew Holness? We never hear nothing from none of them.
No, hold on. Them really, let me tell you something. Them people are really not caring. You know, just because this look very bad now, them issue them thing. Remember, all of the things that we are talking about now were well known to everybody in Jamaica prior to the elections. This is not the first run-in with Wheatley. They were running with Petrojam and all of that, and Wheatley had to left the cabinet. And the people of Jamaica still allow the government to bring back Wheatley, Dalrymple, Philibert, and all of them people after the election. So
yes,
this is not a surprise to the people of Jamaica. The people of Jamaica don't love corruption. And when them see it look too bad now, then hypocritically issue one or two things.
Somebody's asking, has the IC ever lost a case?
Well, I remember any case that them carry come to any conclusion.
No man, of course them case them come to conclusion. Dalrymple Philibert had to pay $1 million mash.
Yeah, well Dalrymple.
Michael had to pay.
Yeah, but Michael never carried the people them got court on them today. Michael just deal with them things. The man asked about last case. Nobody from that side never carried the Integrity Commission got court yet. The government side carried the Integrity Commission to court.
Oh, but none of those cases have basically been tried yet.
No,
the Prime Minister and Xavier Main have them in court.
Yeah.
And in fact, the Prime Minister has lost some part of his case because the court threw out some part of it. Remember, he was saying to the court that the court must tell the Integrity Commission to certify him, which the court threw that out and said, no, we can't do that. So, and people must also remember who are the people on the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission have some senior judges, former judges that sit there, you know. The chairman.
And some of them had to leave for fear of them lives and all of them things based on the propaganda that people spread for them from the government side and supporters.
So we soon have nobody with integrity or credibility on the Integrity Commission if we continue to treat the people this way after spending $2 billion annually to finance the Integrity Commission.
Yeah, man. Between Delroy Chuck and the Prime Minister, them set up the public against the man.
And Warmington.
Yes, for the man them out to flee, Panton and all of them.
Bobby Montague did some of it too.
Yeah, man, had to flee. So what I tell the people them say, here's an administration that set up an anti-corruption body and then same one turn in on the man them when the man them start calling them out. So it tell you that they're not serious about this.
Before I go to the caller rally, why would the Prime Minister want the court to remove illicit enrichment from the books?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want that, it means them support corruption. You know, you want to cover up illicit enrichment, and because maybe he's personally involved in that. That's not a good sign. That's not a good thing to do. Yeah, and that alone should I get the people of Jamaica, the PSOJ, and all them people upset because if a Prime Minister wants to remove that, it means that they want to continue them things.
Let's go to the caller. Caller morning, welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on PortlandspiceTV.
Yeah, that's not mine, Colin.
Yeah, man.
That morning, I'm not going to stay too long.
Morning.
All right, so I send something to you. In the meantime, you're talking to Raleigh. When I send it to your producer, you can use it. And if it's something where you can play it, or your program really when you play it. Very informative, all right? All right, so check your WhatsApp.
All right, go ahead. All right, so it's just something you must send to me. But Raleigh, the PSOJ, they say that this is let me play it again for those who are just joining us.
The Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, is calling for Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness to seriously consider having Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, step aside from his ministerial duties while allegations raised by the Integrity Commission are addressed. The PSOJ is the latest group calling for Dr. Wheatley to step aside. Prince Moore has details.
In a statement yesterday, the PSOJ expressed concern about the issues arising from the Integrity Commission's investigations and recommendations involving Dr. Wheatley. The organization says it remains committed to the principles of good governance, transparency, accountability, and integrity. It says these are essential to maintaining public confidence, protecting Jamaica's international reputation, and supporting economic growth. The PSOJ says, while allegations of this nature are of significant public interest, confidence in the country's governance framework depends on matters of public accountability being handled through credible, independent, and transparent processes. The business group also stressed that it respects the role of the Integrity Commission and the legal and constitutional processes in place, including the principle that individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But it says, given the sensitive responsibilities of cabinet ministers, it believes Dr. Wheatley stepping aside while the matter is resolved would help preserve public confidence, protect the integrity of the office, and reinforce Jamaica's governance framework. The PSOJ adds that Jamaica has made significant progress in strengthening its governance systems and says that progress must continue through consistent adherence to accountability, transparency, and the rule of law. Prince Moore.
So, Raleigh, what are they saying? That
them say Wheatley must step aside.
Yeah,
That's the clear message that they're saying.
Yeah, but the same things that they say Wheatley are cause or could cause, aren't we seeing those things manifest because of the Prime Minister's position as well?
Yeah, but what I say, what people must say, as a matter of practical significance, the Prime Minister is not going to resign right now. So that is what I must say. So we deal with Wheatley because as a matter of practical significance, the Prime Minister is not going to resign. If the Prime Minister resigns now and Claudia have a big crisis in the country.
But
so they are just being practical.
But Raleigh, the Prime Minister, not bring more instability to the thing than Wheatley.
Yeah, well, if the Prime Minister is going to resign now, just a couple months after, what the man must them know that the Prime Minister situation, the people of the country made a mistake and voted for the Prime Minister already. For the Prime Minister to resign now, months after an election, that is going to create significant damage for the economy.
So hold on, let me ask you this. What if you lose the case against Buchanan? Just saying, that case is in court. What if him lose that case?
Well, let's wait and see.
No, but what would happen? Because you are saying that if he resign now...
It'll create the same crisis.
But is this a crisis that we have to be afraid of, Raleigh? Because you tell us that since 2016, the foreign direct investment, meaning people from overseas who invest in Jamaica, has been going down. Last year, coming from over $1 billion. Last year, we only had $300 million in foreign direct investment. Isn't it a fact that the Prime Minister being there under this major cloud of illicit enrichment is costing the country money?
So what do you think would have happened if the Prime Minister was to resign now in terms of those investments? What do you think would have collapsed?
But then they'd go to an election and find a credible leader. Or the GLP find a credible leader. Are you saying that there's nobody else in the GLP that can lead?
No, that nobody there will inspire the level of confidence. No. But all the Prime Minister's confidence is damaged. There's nobody there that the market would have believed now would be competent enough to replace him while the country in a significant recession without more damage to the economy.
So you're saying to me that there's only one man in the GLP that can lead?
No, we're not asking that. Well, I said there's only one man that the market would have a certain level of confidence now because he has been there for a long period of time despite his flaws.
Let me take a call before I come back to that.
Yeah, man.
Caller, good morning. Welcome to Portland Spice TV. We have the top financial analysts with us this morning, Ralston Iman. All who don't like hear the name Chuck Off. Talk to me, caller.
Morning, Mr. Shaka.
Yes, sir.
Big up the guests, Raleigh.
Yeah, man. Blessing.
Yeah. 3 questions. Pertaining to the demonstration, we'll be calling for this for Stand Up for Jamaica. Is the PMP and you bloggers, Mr. Collins, are you going to take part and give your strength Tuesday coming?
All right. The truth for me, I am not in Jamaica. And I am not in a position to come to Jamaica Tuesday and forward where I am at right away. So I am not able to come to Jamaica. but I am ready to give it whatever strength I can from the platform position and from where we are. Whatever assistance we can give, we are willing and ready to give that assistance.
Yeah, I need your platform to ask people that if you can't make it to classroom, you can do whatever in your parish and show your strength. Our next question is that pertaining to the Prime Minister want to show the illicit enrichment. Is that part of the law of the money laundering?
No, that's the Anti-Corruption Act, I think illicit enrichment comes under. Is that so, Raleigh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, the Anti-Corruption Act, that the law of illicit enrichment comes under.
They're breaking up.
I don't know what is happening to your phone, but we're hearing you loud and clear. We are saying that law
still
comes
in the
on.
island. You have the island here, yeah?
But you're not hearing me say me just tell you that. That's why I'm now going to go Tuesday.
Oh, I need to hear that part. That's why I asked the question again.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, the next question is from Mr. Rallis. I see something about the Caribbean Bank or something talking about the economy. The economy around the Caribbean. Could you say something on that? I will hang up and listen.
All right. The more you say something about the economy around the Caribbean, I guess.
Yeah, well, the IDB told us last week that the Caribbean and Latin American economies, which is about $7 trillion, the majority of the members had increases in merchandise exports of 15.7%. That includes Barbados. While Jamaica was down by 22.3%. And the man and said Jamaica never even give them the data. So maybe we're so embarrassed that they never even give the people the data.
What you say? We never get the
IDB, the IDB data on exports. I mean, it was so embarrassing. We're down by 22.3% while everybody else up by 15%. So that is embarrassing. So that's why maybe they don't bother give the man the data.
So we are hide our data.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't say that is not the practice now that we have become used to. That is part of the whole governance thing that we're talking about, you know.
You see, and that's why, Raleigh, I can't agree with you that the Prime Minister must stand him ground, you know. The Prime Minister is the biggest part of the problem, you know, Raleigh.
Yeah, but you know, the point I make is that the Prime Minister is the biggest part of the problem. The Jamaican people is the biggest part of the problem because the Jamaican people knew of the Prime Minister's situation before September 3rd. That was a well-articulated position. The Prime Minister has been in a big contract.
But the Prime Minister lied to the people, Raleigh. The Prime Minister going on a debate, you know. On the debate with him and Mark Gold, the Prime Minister tell the people that he's not under any investigation, you know. That's what the Prime Minister tell the people in the debate, you know.
Yeah.
But hold on, Raleigh. Also remember, you know, that 404,000 people voted against the Prime Minister, you know.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter in a democracy, I just one seat. Yeah, the winner takes all. And the people have known about the Prime Minister's dilemma for 4 years. Remember, not just 1 year. After 4 years, everybody hear about the Prime Minister and his situation. So Jamaican people are not excused about that, man. Yep. Everybody know about the Prime Minister's situation.
We can't say Jamaican people, Raleigh, because I am aware that you, myself, OB, quite a few will never go out there, go vote for the Prime Minister, and a whole heap of people work hard to ensure that
Colin,
we are
change. Yeah, but I mean, that's a moot point because what I said to you, say, no matter how much people vote for the opposition, once the Prime Minister have one extra seat more than the opposition, then the Prime Minister wins. Prime Minister have five more seats than the opposition. So the Jamaican people, by that, endorse the Prime Minister same way. Yeah? So them have nobody to blame right now.
Let me take a call. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on PortlandspiceTV.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I am. Me just catch on for your show. Me I listen to you and Ralston respect to you. Cause long time I know about you. I respect. Me learn economics through you. But anyway, I gonna disagree with you for today. Why me I gonna disagree? We live in England, right? So, and we look on Me living at the constituency of the Prime Minister. Yes, I was one of the person who wanted him to come in, not understand the full dynamics of the politics, but knowing him from teen come up till Tiaga bring him around. But you may say no. With the Prime Minister track record of what he's doing to our country right now, yes, if you go and say him alone them just right now, we are still a bring down Jamaica because I'll show you something. With his investigation, with the NARA bill when put himself in, with all of these things compiled together. What Jamaica is heading down the wrong path. It better we stop right here so and start afresh. We can't continue with what him a carry on with. Because look, on the 17th of June, a deal signed behind my back. And if it wasn't leak, you know, we wouldn't find out. And then now on three different people, the Minister of Education, the Prime Minister, and the Minister
Security.
Arius Chang. Yes. Three of them are come with three different arguments. Yes. So how we going to trust the Prime Minister at this point again? Ralston, may I say this to you? And we are human being. Sometimes we're scared. And we're scared of changes. We need to get the Prime Minister out because Jamaica is not going anywhere good. And if you're going to say the people, the business people who want to invest in Jamaica would have more trust him. Me that say some of them are look blind as well. Because guess what happened now? It's not like 3 years from now Jamaica got better than now. See the people them from last year, October, you know. Our side down our Westmoreland side no develop back yet, you know. Beer lie them tell. So are we going to still continue with this and this kind of behavior? One person will leave the parliament and them still a hug around with him. Xavier Main get charged and all them do them use the system. We can't continue with all of them. Yeah. So this is my little small input for today. I'm not going to stay long. But big up Ralston and big up Colin. Here, sir.
Respect and thanks.
All right. Yeah, man, now.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Walk the country practically through that now. So you said the Prime Minister for resign. The Prime Minister now resign. Right? So walk us through what happened now where the Prime Minister, people say Prime Minister resign and Prime Minister now resign. Walk us through the scenario now and tell me what's going on.
So the Prime Minister must resign. The GLP find a new leader and the Prime Minister.
Yeah, but what said the Prime Minister is not going to resign. So walk us through what happened now. Because we know the Prime Minister not going to resign. You never see that.
So if the Prime Minister don't resign, Raleigh, where Jamaica is going to end up, because we are looking at a NARA that is going to be under.
No, we know all of that, you know, because we are telling people them all bad things. We are telling that Jamaica we have a constitutional and governance crisis and an economic crisis at the same time because of the people's negligence, ignorance, and licky behavior. So I said to you now, walk me through the scenario because you know. So no matter how much call me to the Prime Minister resign, I'm not going to resign. So walk me through the scenario now, because he's not going to resign. Tell me now.
But I am not in agreement with you that the Prime Minister now going to resign. I am saying that if the people, if the same people who are calling for Wheatley to resign, come out and call for the Prime Minister to resign, and the country insists that the Prime Minister got to go, the Prime Minister will have to step aside. You tell us, hold on. Clear Starmer resigned last week because of pressure.
Different people, different environment. I'm saying to you, just be practical and look at the reality. The people that you are talking about, them not call for the Prime Minister resign. They are not going to call for the Prime Minister's resignation. You see the release them when them put out. So them take the Prime Minister outside. Right.
So then you go sit on one side, you don't want to hear nothing from them then?
No, but you can't understand. No. Come on, Colin. They want to run the country.
What do you mean who want to run the country, Raleigh?
No, but you can't say.
We have a Prime Minister that...
Hold on. Just hold on. You can't say the PSOJ and the JCC and them people must go aside.
Yeah, man, them are hypocrite.
Yeah, I know, but what are they investing and employ the people? What are we practical about these things?
No, I'm not saying them to invest. But I'm saying, if you're not called for the Prime Minister resignation, Low Wheatley.
No, but Colin, no, it can't work, so brother. Because what I said to you, say, you, the man, them don't call for the Prime Minister's resignation. One, they are not going to do that. You can't say them just go aside.
Well, them shut them out and go do them business and not say nothing to them, man. Because Rally, all right, Rally, let me ask you something. Me and you sit down on our ends, and we are born two spliff. Everybody know Ralston, man. And me and you, they are born two spliff. And the policeman come and lock me up and left you. That right?
No.
Then, all right. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the Integrity Commission said the man use charity funds to buy stocks and bonds for himself. Them said the man.
The PSOJ, everybody, hold on a man. The PSOJ, all of the interest groups in Jamaica who are reader in the know everything where the Integrity Commission accused the Prime Minister of. The Prime Minister was the main beating us during the election. Mark Wolin and them man, they consistently tell the people what the Prime Minister do. The people of Jamaica give the Prime Minister 5 seats more than Mark Wolin then get. The Prime Minister subsequently brought back Wheatley and all of them man who found themselves in disrepute back in the cabinet.
Yes.
The people of Jamaica never said nothing. The opposition never said nothing. The private sector never said nothing.
So that's why I said the man must low Wheatley, because we accept corruption from the top. So why you don't want to take it from the bottom? Just go and accept the corruption. Low Wheatley. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to get to a stage where me agree with you when you say the people of the country get docile. Me agree with you when you say, yo, we accept corruption. And that's why I am saying that Wheatley must stand him ground so we could just have a whole corrupt parliament, because Mark Bolin said it from the head of the stream dirty. Everybody are go dirty. Andrew can't fire Wheatley, you know. Him cannot fire the man because he's in no better position.
So we ask the people, the people who are called Wheatley to step aside, must call for him to step aside.
Sit down and allow the man, them are hypocrite.
Come on, Colin.
Really, them are not hypocrite. Tell me the truth. Aren't they hypocrites?
Yeah,
they're not saying that. The truth me attack. Them are hypocrite.
But I mean, that's a one thing. But you can't say they must just shut them out and step aside and just allow Wheatley for going. So what are we going to do? We're not getting nowhere with the problem then.
So let me ask you
something. Because if the condition is that Wheatley must resign because the Prime Minister never resigned, then where are we? We're not going to do it.
The Prime Minister named Wheatley, you know, Rally. The Integrity Commission, hold on. How long the Integrity Commission tell us about 10 people under investigation for illicit enrichment?
Well, Colin, we know that and we know all of that.
The Prime Minister come on Cliff Hughes. Hold on, the Prime Minister come on Cliff Hughes program. And the man tell we say, him never know say Wheatley under investigation, and him don't know nothing but no ongoing investigation, Rally. And that the Prime Minister tell we. So where we must do? Fight down Wheatley?
Yeah, man, we left to step aside.
So when the Integrity Commission find the next man and the next man, because I know me hear nobody, well, the Prime Minister tell we say him not know about no ongoing investigation. So the man not care about no corruption, brother. And that's why him now fire Wheatley. And that's why Wheatley must not resign. Make the Jamaican people see it.
Okay.
The Jamaican people must see it and feel it.
All right.
We could take our next call. Hello, good morning, caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Welcome.
Mr. Bell, yes, good morning. I'm a long time listener, but first time caller.
Oh, thank you for calling.
I agree with you. I agree with you so much. Yes, sir. I agree with you so much.
Why?
Because what the gentleman is saying, that if you have a gentleman in your house and he might beat you and treat you bad every day, because when Friday come, the money now come in, then you have to keep him. That's what he's saying, not you?
Yes, basically.
But I don't understand what he's trying to say. You know, it's a gentleman what I listen to all the time when you're on the program and respect him. But this man make me turn and get afraid, you know, because sometimes
what Rally's saying is that if the Prime Minister step down now, the economy are going to mash up.
Yeah, what I say? I'm not saying still I tell you. Still I tell you.
Hold on the caller.
Sometimes we have to write.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't lose your thought. Where's the Rally?
Yeah, we have to deal with this thing that are responsible. We still I tell you now. Sir, would I like to walk the world through the scenario where the PSOJ and none of the powerful business community no call for the Prime Minister's resignation. Yeah? That means that the Prime Minister is not going to resign. So, my question now, give the benefit of the doubt and so the Prime Minister resign. You call fresh election. Yeah? How much people who 39% of them voted at the last election and go back and vote 8 months after now? Tell me, how the people, the investors, them would have react to that? We're in a steep recession already. Tell me how the investors, the investing community will react. But first, tell me how the masses who just got vote 8 months ago, if they would have run out, go vote again in our next election. No. And tell me how the investing community, both locally and internationally, would have react to stuff like that.
Let me hear what the caller said upon that and then me respond. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Bell, starting over, never easy. But in the end, it works out good. It is unfair for we to go out there, choose them, to call for we to resign, and don't call for the Prime Minister to resign. The Prime Minister is doing a lot of things in the country. The Prime Minister, look at what things the Prime Minister do. And then we just, everybody just shut up. I just know the church to come out. I just know the private sector come out a long time before election. And they never do it. And now you're going to tell me now that, listen to me, if the Labour Party don't have a favorable person to run in, then we'll go back to election. I just that, simple that.
All right, thank you.
But I don't think it is fair. My argument is, I don't think it is fair to call for Quita to resign and call for the Prime Minister. Have a good day.
All right. Hold on, caller. Raleigh, what may I say? If you are going to ask Andrew Wheatley to resign, it is only fair to ask the Prime Minister to do the same.
Yeah,
hold on, let me finish.
Right,
and to ask Xavier Main to do the same. Step away from the cabinet and go clear your name. If you clear your name, you take back your position.
Correct.
There must be somebody else in the Jamaica Labour Party that can be Prime Minister. Because I am not pushing for new elections. I am saying somebody else in the party whose statutory filing has been certified should take over. To have a country where the Prime Minister's statutory filing cannot be certified for 5 years, is that damn banana republic? That cannot be an active democracy. It can't be that you put a body in place, a creature of the parliament, that says the Prime Minister, we can't tell you, say the Prime Minister not thief from the country. We can't tell you because the Prime Minister can't tell we how him get him money. Yeah? It is law, you know, that this institution is in place. And therefore, if the Prime Minister cannot find himself to be in accordance with the law of the country, he cannot, in an active democracy, continue to run the country. And now that a man who is in his cabinet is also in the same position, everybody is now coming out and calling for this man to resign. That cannot be fair. If you are going to be fair, the Prime Minister must remove himself too.
But I don't think the people are dealing with fairness. The people are dealing with practicality. The opposition leader has called for the Prime Minister to take away himself.
Not this time. The opposition did call when it came out. When it come out, the opposition leader called for the Prime Minister to take away himself.
Yeah, that was before the elections, right?
Yes.
Yes, no,
and that's why I say by your argument, if we go with your argument, make all of the corrupt people and run the country. Because the people vote for them.
Yeah, well, that's besides the point. So what I said, say, after the election, the opposition hasn't been calling for the Prime Minister to take away himself. The opposition has called for the Prime Minister to take away himself before he can take away Wheatley. We never heard that from the opposition,
I know the opposition didn't say that, but that is my view.
Yeah, it's not that the opposition don't want that. The opposition is just being practical because they know that is not going to happen. And if the Prime Minister was to do that, it would have precipitated a crisis on top of the economic crisis that we have.
Well, I don't think Wheatley should have moved if the Prime Minister no move. Those are my views, not the opposition views. Those are my views. Let's take our next call. Caller, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on PortlandspiceTV. We have the top financial analyst anywhere in the world with us this morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Colin Bell.
Morning, sir.
Yes, I'm listening to you, and your view is your view and understandable. No problem with that.
Yeah.
Listening to Mr. Ralston, I understand his view too. But here's a thing I have to address Mr. Ralston this morning. I love that man. I listen to you all everything. But here's the problem I have with Mr. Ralston and the Prime Minister and resigning, and if he do resign, what will happen to the country? Now, I'm a true believer. I believe in changes, because changes must come one day. However the changes come, we're going to have to understand that if you are going down a part of a slippery path and you find out that the lower you go is the worse it gets, why would you continue to go on the path and making changes to return? Because if Ralston is going to say, leave if the Prime Minister resign, the economy is going to go down, and it is going down anyway, and it's going down slowly. And if we continue to let him stay there, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. So I believe that there is time now that changes must come. And when the changes come by the people, whatever come behind it, the people make a plan for changes for better. And however it go, it may get a dip some way, but sometimes down the line, we're going to have changes. But if we continue to say, well, if we get rid of the Prime Minister now, the economy is going to go down. But what the economy is already going down. And the Prime Minister is, if you hire a man to work for you, and that man is stealing you from your investment and your profit, and you know the man is stealing. You see the man is stealing, and you're getting a chaos within your company because you're not making any profit. Are you going to continue to keep that employee? Or you're going to let him go and continue to fight on to make back up what you have lost? So you can't sit there to say, well, because of him and he been with the company for so long, and it been so long, and because you've been in so long, no one else trusts anyone else but him, and why he's from you and destroying the company. What's the
Hold on for me, caller. Just want to thank all the people who've been listening on Mastercat Radio. We're leaving Mastercat Radio now. Continue to listen to Mastercat Radio. Blessings. Continue, caller.
So yes, sir. So I'm saying now we're already going down this slippery path of life in what concerns Jamaica. I'm living in the diaspora for many years. I come back home very few times because of what's going on. But yes, I listen to you all. If we are worrying about, if the Prime Minister go now, then the economy is going to go down and this is going to happen to the country. It's going to happen if you left the Prime Minister anyway, and it may just get worse. So why don't we decide now and fight, not a physical fight, but demonstrate peacefully and try to get what is going down that slippery path now, stop and respond again, than wait and wait and wait until it gets to the point where we have no return. Is that a good idea, sir?
Right, we'll respond to that again.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. Go ahead, Raleigh.
So my first premise is that the Prime Minister is not going to resign. So me give you the benefit of the doubt. The Prime Minister resigns. Tell me who you see that the JLP right now would have inspired the confidence of the people and the international community. Because Jamaica can't run by in a Jamaica alone. Name me somebody who would have succeeded the Prime Minister, and that will lead to an improvement in investor confidence.
So you have Floyd Green, you have Chris Tufton, you have Juliet.
Hold on. Come on. Chris Tufton.
Hey.
You're not serious.
Well, at least maybe him statutory filing might be certified.
Yeah, but I'm to Cornwall Regional and Upper University of the West.
God Almighty.
Come on, Colin.
So what about Floyd Green?
Come on. People are saying they have no experience on them today. The investing community, I would say, him have no experience in already.
But when Andrew stepped in, he never have no experience.
Yeah, but hold on. That's what I said. The times are different now. I just never tell you. We're in a serious crisis where the economy lose almost $200 billion in the last 6 months. Yeah? You believe the investing community.
But is Andrew take us in this crisis in a rally? Andrew take us in this crisis that you're talking about. We were led into this crisis by Andrew Holness.
Yeah, but hold on, man. well, I'm going to read out the thing. The investing community and then people are telling about Hurricane Beryl and Hurricane Melissa and all kind of stuff as contributing factors. You know the man them reason already.
No,
yeah?
but we know the truth, Rally. We know we were heading into this without Melissa. Somebody is saying Ed Bartlett.
No, Bartlett on the way out.
But if he might get Prime Minister, I wouldn't go.
No, man, Bartlett on the way out, man.
No, but maybe that just hold it till, since Andrew claims him innocent, hold it till Andrew clear him name. Because I am of the opinion that if Andrew clear his name, then him take back in Prime Minister position.
Well, I don't say about what is right now who would have inspired the level of confidence. And I say the collapse of the government without election, I see that as a sensible way out neither. That will make the crash come even faster. Yeah? So,
but I still,
as I said, the people of the country put themselves in a governance and economic crisis.
And you are saying that we must stick with it then?
Well, that means a week enough to resign.
But if I am to agree with your Rally, because
I say that Wheatley must go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The Integrity Commission said there are about 10 people who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Here the problem with the Prime Minister, Rally. The Prime Minister of Jamaica is one of those persons, right? 2, the Prime Minister won the election on September 3rd. And if the Prime Minister named those people to his cabinet, whether knowingly or unknowingly, that's another problem with the Prime Minister himself. And he caused this problem.
Yeah, but hold on. Yeah, right. But the people of Jamaica, and including the opposition, some of them knew about Wheatley's problem from before, knew about Dalrymple's problem from before, knew about Javier's problem from before. And the opposition and the people of Jamaica never said anything about those appointments to the cabinet.
There were people who were asking who are the people you're putting in the cabinet, if any of them under investigation, you know. There were people, but no answer never come. The government never answered. That's why I'm sure the government no care.
Yeah, I'm saying you have the knowns and the unknowns, so it still can't escape that. I'm saying to you that Wheatley departed the first cabinet because of problems. Dalrymple had our problems, was convicted by Ray. Everybody knew about Xavier. So why the people of Jamaica and the opposition never object when the Prime Minister named back them people into the cabinet?
But I'm saying to you that there were some objection, but the government never answered nobody.
No, we never hear nobody say, oh, the man named back in the cabinet. They follow this
man, people were asking, Wheatley, because
people?
Even Cliff Hughes, when Cliff Hughes interviewed the Prime Minister with you, he said to the Prime Minister, how did you name back?
What about the constitutional opposition?
I think the opposition did ask in a rally. I go and go back and search. But man, I think they did ask. But Rally, I can't agree with people who call for Wheatley while the Prime Minister is still there.
The Prime Minister is not going to resign.
Well, Wheatley mustn't resign either. Make we have a corrupt cabinet. Every glass in the cabinet, bro. Let's take another call. Caller, good morning. Hello?
Yes, right.
Caller, good morning. Go ahead, please.
Morning, Colin.
Morning.
Let me toe the line between you and Ralston. I understand what Ralston say. There's no better person in the Jamaica Labour Party to lead than Andrew. But if Andrew is the best we have, then something is seriously wrong.
Exactly.
If him are the best we have, something seriously wrong. Right?
Something is serious.
Ralston make it known already that we're already heading down a slippery slope. Investor confidence is already low. We're practically upon the brink of crashing. Right? So when me say is this, whether or not Andrew stay or goes, that is what is going to happen. We're going to crash. Take out Andrew Holness, but they want to find over there to put in there, but then stay there. Even if I want a lame duck person, we can't get nothing done, make it turn there, make it crash. Make it crash. We can't do nothing about it because, as we say, election just gone. No special election can't come because nobody now go vote. So the people have 4 years to sit down with this. God knows what other damage Andrew can get done in the 4 years. Make it crash. Make it tear down. And when the next when election call again, make us say the people them really understand what take place. Make it crack. Jamaican people, them hug up corruption. It's all about chopping and scamming the yard now.
Let me add something to this. Raleigh. Andrew Holness, Dr. Horace Chang, Audrey Marks, and the cabinet. They sit down and sign an agreement with America to bring pedophile, child rapists, and some of the most despicable people to Jamaica. Had it not been for the Gleaner Ralston Iman, today we would not know about this agreement. Yeah? They further come to the people now that we find out. And everybody a tell lie. This is how we're going to continue as a quote-unquote active democracy?
Exactly, Colin.
We can't continue like that. But the fact of the matter is that the people of Jamaica have to put more pressure to get accountability. Yeah, because we cannot continue that. So we're not saying that we must continue like that. What we're doing is practically look at how we disengage from this situation that we put ourselves in on September 3rd, knowingly, because all these problems were known before September 3rd. Let's not be hypocritical and pretend that we just find out about all of these things.
Raleigh, we know that. We know that.
The opposition campaign on them thing there, and the people of Jamaica kill.
But if more people get the evidence now, Raleigh, it not mean so we must suffer for 5 more years. We're supposed to as a country.
Or you remove a government that was legitimately elected.
I am not saying to remove the government. I am saying remove Andrew Holness because he's corrupt.
I'm saying that Andrew Holness is the party leader over the JP and there's nobody over there we can represent him.
Keir Starmer was the party leader in the UK rally. Yeah. He was removed.
Hold on again. I'm glad you raised that. Yeah. The UK is a different culture, a different set of people. The people in Keir Starmer's cabinet, you might find somebody in the Rachel Reeves and the Andy Burnham and all of those people who can replace Keir Starmer. It's still a risk the British people are taking because a lot of people are saying that them not what Burnham come with that is on Keir Starmer. So that's an experiment for still a result yet. We can't use it as conclusive to say what will happen in Jamaica. Yeah? So we still have to tread cautiously with all of those things. I'm saying to you, if the Prime Minister is to resign now, or if the government was to collapse now, we have to call new election. That's the market of a bull. Yeah? So we can also point it where we personally are set. So you can say, make the team crash. When an economy crash, hold on, man. When an economy crash, people suffer. People living standards change. It's not a 1, 2, 3 way. Hold on, I'm finished now. It's not a 1, 2, 3 way crash and just get up back. Yeah? Just like car accident. Some people die when they're in a car accident. Some people get permanently injured. So you can understand, make the economy crash. And then we just fix it back. We are operating in a different international environment.
Let me ask you one question before I bring you back the call.
Yeah, man.
How are we going to get out of this recession that we are in? Tell me the signs that Andrew Holness is showing you that we are going to get out of this recession that we are in now.
Well, me can't answer for you, but the point I make to you is that if the Prime Minister was to resign now abruptly, yeah, and if we were to go back for an next election, the recession only will get worse. I tell you that. It only ever get worse.
All right. Go ahead, caller.
You see, why I can understand what Ralston is trying to be practical. In this, we can't talk about practicality right now because at the end of the day, Andrew Holness had 10 years to prove to Jamaican people that he meant them good. 10 years to grow the economy. 10 solid years. And nothing has been done underneath this man leadership. Nothing. There's nothing for him to contribute to Jamaica. And at this point in time, if you're going to remove Andrew Wheatley then at the middle, practically at the bottom of the stream, Andrew at the head and up there the dirtiness that come from. It have to start from up there. So take out Andrew and him at the rottenness, and him at the rotten apple in the basket was spoil the entire basket. And him need to leave, make it crash. We don't have no other choice right now. We already have gone down the slippery slope.
All right, caller. I want to take 2 more calls on this. It's a very active discussion this morning.
So Colin, that's a question.
Yes, right.
If you are a big investor, right, Right now, you have projects in Trinidad and everything. If you are a big investor and you are planning to come invest in a Jamaica, right? 200 million US, 300 million US, whatever. And you hear to the Prime Minister resign abruptly. Or you hear to the government collapse abruptly and you call a new election. What would you do?
Let me ask you something, Raleigh. A question to answer that question. When last an investor, a foreign investor, can invest 300 million in a Jamaica?
Well, when I invest 300 million, but you still have people investing at
But Raleigh, you see him one tell us that every year we're getting less and less because we have a prime minister who the world sees as corrupt.
Yeah, but it's not only because of the Prime Minister. There are other factors which prevent you from getting investments, the international environment, the whole thing about infrastructure, build out, and all of those things.
Right.
And I'm saying to you, if you were to add the Prime Minister's resignation to all of those things, and you're an investor, the country in a recession right now, you're an investor, and the Prime Minister have to resign tomorrow because charges against corruption, and he must be replaced by somebody who people still are questioning track record, even say a tough gun, yeah? Or a fly green who don't have no experience. What would you do as an investor?
But my argument to that question is...
Answer the question. You have to hold your money.
My answer to that question is people have been holding their money since the last 10 years from coming to Jamaica to invest.
Yeah, but
so
Colin,
last year we get 300 million. This year, what is it looking like for this year in terms of foreign direct investment?
Well, we have seen no numbers. Remember, them just signed an agreement where the Prime Minister was instrumental in China's agreement. 2.4 billion projected, which we know never happened. And another three. But at least them could have get the thing sorted out. Yeah, with the international community. 3.6 billion in loans where them still not draw down from the international community. How you believe that the international community would react if them here say the Prime Minister will to mobilize that or resign tomorrow? And then know who have succeeded. What the practical about this thing? And that's the thing, brother.
So hold on, Raleigh. So hold on. Let me ask you something then. God forbid Andrew Holness dead tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a different thing. No, that's a different thing. Come on, Colin.
No, so who are going to lead then? Who are going to lead?
A Prime Minister's resignation in relation to corruption charges to the market is different from if a man dead. A man dead, you can't replace him. So the market practical about them things.
So what? All right. So what does a Prime Minister who is under investigation for illicit enrichment does to a country?
Yeah, but guess what? The markets. Yeah, the markets. We can't say.
So the market accept that.
The market that deal with practical things.
And that's why I say.
And that's why the people of Jamaica gave the man a mandate on September 3rd, just a couple months ago. And that's the market has been up.
Right.
Only put back the man there.
And that's why I say low Wheatley, low Andrew Holness, low everybody. That's all I'm saying, low the whole of them then. Remember my argument is, if you're moving Wheatley, then you must move Andrew for the same thing. If you are low Andrew, low Wheatley. And when the Integrity Commission named the next man under investigation and said charge him for illicit enrichment, leave him alone too. And when they name the next one, leave him alone too. Leave them and we just have a corrupt cabinet. Just love them.
No.
Let's take another call. Caller morning.
Morning. Good morning. How are you?
We're fine, Tom. We're good, man.
Okay, morning, Mr. Hyman. I understand what both of you are saying, but sorry, Mr. Hyman. Andrew Holness got to go. He just got to go. And if Wheatley resign, it's going to be hell in the party, and they have to go. Enough is enough. Holness has to go. He just has to go. If he's a new election,
yeah, but the question
months ago, I had said, I called you and I told you that I hope the PIP is getting ready because there will be an election by the end of this year to early 2027. And more I see it. Holness has to go.
Well,
Can't stay there, enough is enough.
Hold on the caller. Make your rally on that. Go ahead, rally.
All right. The first thing I'm saying is that he's not going to go. So tell me how you ever get him to go, because he's not going to go. That's A. B. The opposition is not calling for him to go, and the opposition is not calling for an election. So tell me how practically that's ever works.
The opposition don't have to call for him. The people, we the people are called for him.
Yeah, but the people are not calling for him.
He has to go, Mr. Hyman. He has to go.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, the people are not calling for that. We don't see any mass amount of people calling for the Prime Minister to resign.
Well, you're not listening to social media and the people are saying that he has to go.
No.
We don't business with whether the opposition won't call for it, yes or no. We the people say, Holness have to go.
Oh, okay.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Anywhere you take it, Holness has to go.
All right, caller. Taking two more calls. Two more calls before we wrap up. You see, I understand clearly what Raleigh is saying.
Colin, what ask me? May I ask the question again? I'm just saying, why you want Jamaica people to it? The Prime Minister is not going to resign. Tell me how you get him to resign.
I am saying that public pressure. Those
and I'm saying we don't see the public pressure for the Prime Minister to resign.
Hold on. That's why I say the hypocrites who are calling for Dr. Andrew Wheatley, if they change their hypocrite style and be truthful and fair, they would also call for the Prime Minister. And I am saying, hold on, and I am saying if they are not dropping their hypocrite style, then allow Wheatley and just continue doing the business and leave the thing alone. Oh. That's my argument, you know. Me now say Andrew must resign, you know. But I'm saying if you want Wheatley head, you must take Prime Minister Andrew Holness on too. If you don't want Prime Minister Andrew Holness on, leave Wheatley alone. And just go and run the Banana Republic with a set of corrupt cabinet members.
All right, yeah.
Marshy.
Morning. No, you know, say now, me agree with the throne, you know. what Ralston are doing, Ralston are destroy the jail, you know. Because if Holness go, who did they lead?
That's the point I make. I mean, I said to you, sir, the next thing, because we don't want
you tell me, who did they lead?
Yeah, false sense of security. Yeah.
Nobody else not did they lead. But if you are going to call for Wheatley, you have to call the Holness too, because the two of them commit the same crime.
So if you leave Holness left Wheatley alone, that's all me I say.
Yes, it's as simple as that. Now, quickly. The country I run one kind of way. The government is suffering from what you call confusionitis syndrome. Because everybody confused. They don't remember what them say. Them said this and the next one said that, and it's just pure confusion. So something seems to be wrong somewhere. Concerning the deportee, I understand that some of the deportee them come already. And I find out put them at St. Mary.
Nothing can go, sir.
Eh?
Nothing can go, sir.
Well, I can go, sir. To the Jamaica. It's all right. We shall see what we shall see. No, Ralston. About how much money, how much US coming into the country per week?
How much US coming where?
In the NIR per week.
No, we have a weekly.
All right. I can remember last week.
You don't want to answer to the question we just asked?
Oh.
Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, we have a weekly thing. We get the NIR monthly. Last month, them had like 60 million to the NIR. So BOJ give a monthly report on NIR.
Continue, Marshy.
All right. I remember one day last week, they put in $30 million to stabilize the dollar.
They put
and
in
the next day, I think it's 20 and the following day. Right? Which tell me that our dollar is an artificial dollar we're running on.
Yeah, man.
Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Right. So our export is down, down, and down. And our import is increasing. Oh, you run an economy that way. Tell me. The whole thing is false. The whole thing is artificial. It's gonna blow up in somebody's face. No, somebody jump overboard, you know. Like Jonah, you know, remember when they sent Jonah and he never want to go and he take one ship and bad weather take the ship at sea. And Jonah realized that is my problem. So Jonah tell him to throw him overboard and make the ship go free. Andrew Holness need to go. Ralston, you can ask now who are going to run the country. But
that's the part that
Andrew
you can't
Holness
leave.
need to go.
You can't leave a vacuum in who are going to run a country in this time in the world. And that's how the thing works. You can't just say, yo, that's where that and we don't know who will take over and then thing there. And also the world run better. That's why I'm telling you have to be practical.
So that's based on that, then Raleigh, Andrew can just go and do any God Almighty thinking good to go. Can't move
anything.
The country will give the man a mandate on September 3rd.
What do you mean, Uno, Raleigh? Raleigh,
what do you mean, Uno?
Uno?
Hold on, Colin. Let me explain on that.
Hold on, the marsh.
Hold on, man. Hold on. We know the kind of democracy we have. First past the post. And that's for whatever circumstances, whatever reasons, the man gets 5 more seats than the opposition. Whatever the people of Jamaica do, for whatever reason. Yeah? So, he have a mandate from the people. Despite all of the people know about him before them give him the mandate. What is the practical about these things, brother? Yeah? So this is not a defense of the Prime Minister, it's a defense of the economy. And they said, what are the reasons that they invest in community and even the other people? A lot of the problems that we're talking about. You can't get the opposition people to even talk about them. So people don't have a sense of themselves not ready neither. Yeah? So that is why the people are scared and say, yo, not better than that. Yeah? Because a lot of the problems we're talking about exports, exchange rate, and
Raleigh,
hear from the opposition people from them thing that.
Hold on. You see him like what you are saying? And that's some of the opposition them have said. Listen, the people them get a chance on the 3rd of September to give it the country for run. Them not give it for run, so we are brace. It's not that the opposition is not ready, but they are maybe taking the same stance that you are taking.
No, I'm not taking that stance. No, don't go there, sir. Because when I say the opposition is the government in waiting. And the people now hear nothing about all the problems that we're talking about from the government in waiting. The government in waiting can't say, yo, I truly never vote for a day why we're not telling them how we're going to fix them problems.
I want to say this before,
that is what I think we violate the man state, because the people are saying, well, we're not hearing from them. I want to hear the opposition call for the Prime Minister. The opposition call for Wheatley resignation. We want to hear the opposition call for the resignation of the Prime Minister. Why?
I'll ask them.
Yeah, hear me.
Hold on, Marshy. 2 can't talk one time.
Yeah. What Marshy?
Go ahead, Marshy.
Yeah. Andrew Holness have to take responsibility for this, because Wheatley tell him that he was under investigation.
Oh, you know that?
Wheatley, well, listen to me. Listen my argument. If Wheatley never tell him, say I'm under investigation, you think Holness should have come out now and can't say, but I asked the man and him tell me no. So that means him tell me a lie. So Holness should have the upper hand to fire him. Why he can't do that now? Wheatley tell him, but him believes time of the judiciary and all the other man them in their back pocket, so him say stay away them, he can't handle this. Wheatley tell him.
All right, Marshy, may I take one more call? And like up the video for me, everybody. Give the video a thumbs up, please, and thanks. Like up the video. Caller, you're the final call this morning. Yes, morning.
Boy, may I tell you?
Whenever I hear me and Raleigh disagree about something yet?
No, man, I don't want to have me anxious this morning.
That for sure you say. That for sure you say. And a politics we are dealing with, a country we are talking about.
Jamaica we are dealing with.
A country we are dealing with.
Yes, Uncle Ralston. But Uncle Ralston, to the listeners, then listen to this, Uncle Ralston. Just listen to me, please. You know something? I don't think this morning you're talking about something never clicking on your data or in your calculation. Leverage. Which part leverage again, Uncle Ralston? Because me need you to come back over here, so leverage.
We are listening to caller.
Okay, Uncle Ralston. The investors that you're looking at, we need quality investors. What we are looking at with this honest administration and cabinet, we're not getting it, Uncle Ralston. The investors, Jamaica is a brand on its own. We will not lose investors right with Jamaica on its own as we are talking about Jamaica. With the resources, the resilience. Remember the resilience in the equation and leverage that go hand in hand, Uncle Ralston. Andrew Owen's administration has to be removed. It's tainted, it's dirty. The cabinet is too dirty. And they're sitting there with him in there, not saying anything, tell you that the whole cabinet is corrupt. Them all in one. So what we are saying over here, so with Colin Bell, with you, we love you or we know you're right, but I don't think you did add the equity and resilient. You're right, Colin. The administration of the JP needs to go. Oh no, not one of them good. We need a clean cabinet up there. So as other friends and cars and everybody say, and them are no PNP and JP, they're all Jamaican. We need a clean sheet.
You see like how the man
economy
do it
now
over
go collapse, Uncle Ralston.
You see like how the man do it over England.
I have every confidence with you there. It will continue upward trajectory because we're the L already. And we now go with flat line. There's nothing of a remedy, nothing them are put in there go. Please look into it. We need leverage. Look what coming in a Jamaica. Look what coming in Jamaica. That is what investors are telling you. If America tell you say the worst are the worst. We do not need no Epstein Island. We are not an Epstein Island. We are not a corrupt people. And I say we're not juggle, but not so to this extreme. Please, Uncle Ralston, redo the calculation. Love you all. Me, I listen me going back to class.
Blessings. Rally.
All right. We have to look for leverage.
Yes.
Right? The people who have economic leverage in Jamaica. Yeah? The PSOJ, the JCC, and the JMA. They haven't called for the Prime Minister to resign.
And they will not. I agree with you with that.
And they're not going to call for the Prime Minister to resign. All right. The people who have economic leverage internationally. The Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean, the IMF, the World Bank, and the IDB. They said that the Prime Minister personally mobilized the $6.7 billion recently. You know why? Because they are saying that the people of Jamaica gave him a mandate. I'm not going to get involved in the internal affairs of Jamaica. And they are saying, based on the fact that the Prime Minister was re-elected by the people of Jamaica, they are extending these facilities as a sign of confidence. So, if the Prime Minister was just to resign abruptly tomorrow, what do you think of that? We can't escape that, because what I say, so rather than you have the drip thing now, and you still have mechanisms of accountability so people can go out and protest and demand accountability and everything. If the thing was to just crash immediately, crash and burn, how much people are surviving? And I say again, the people are also looking into the thing. Why do you believe that the opposition has been calling for the Prime Minister to resign? Why you believe is the answer to that question?
Because what? They think
no, answer the question.
Maybe they just think like him not going to resign.
Yeah, that's one. And precisely just like me, they don't think that he's going to resign. That is why they don't call for
his resignation. That's why I believe they're not calling for his resignation.
Yeah. And they know that if you can't force him out like that without creating chaos in the country. Simple. And they know so they're not ready to deal with that chaos there. Simple.
Bruce Golding resigned and we survived it.
Stop, let me clear up that here. We survive it, we still suffer from Bruce Golding's resignation. And again, make you remember.
It's not his resignation we're suffering from, it's the bad policies that they did.
Hold on. The same people that you talk about, the private sector of Jamaica, they were the ones who were foremost in calling for Bruce Golding to resign. You know why they were foremost to call for Bruce Golding to resign? because of the pressure from external sources. So I'm telling you, no Prime Minister is going to resign unless pressure comes from the private sector of Jamaica based on external sources. There's a different situation we have right now. The private sector not calling for the Prime Minister to resign. The private sector not getting the pressure from external sources for the Prime Minister to resign.
And that's why I said the private sector, they are set of hypocrites because they are afraid to call for Prime Minister Andrew Holness, but they might jump down on Wheatley because then see Wheatley as a weak link.
Yep. So we have to understand all of those things. Similarly, with the Bruce Boland resignation, it led to a big problem. We had to carry Andrew Holness, go for the IDB and all a rare to introduce Andrew Holness to the man them. And the thing still collapsed, and that's why Peter Phillips had to do all of this heavy lifting between 2013 and 2016. So we have to understand the thing properly.
All right, brother Raleigh. Anything else you want to add finally, because we'll wrap it up right here, sir?
No, we're in a governance and we're in an economic crisis at the same time. So we have to balance the two things. The people of Jamaica have to call out and demand a greater degree of accountability. The opposition have to present themselves to the people that them have the answer to the problems, and that's what the Prime Minister resigned. People can say, yeah, we're going on fresh hands. The opposition hasn't demonstrated that yet. In fact, them don't call for the Prime Minister to resign. So all them can have to be there.
All right, my brother. We'll talk Monday. One love.
Yeah, man. Blessing. Yep.
Listeners and viewers, that was Ralston Hyman, Jamaica's #1 financial analyst anywhere on media around the world. The top financial analyst, Ralston Hyman. We agree to disagree. I believe if the Prime Minister is going to go, if you don't want to fire the Prime Minister, you must also, if you don't want to fire Andrew Wheatley, you must fire the Prime Minister. You don't want to fire the Prime Minister, leave Andrew Wheatley alone. That's basically my view, you know. That's basically my view. Be fair to Andrew Wheatley. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Saturday morning. If you have not clicked the like button yet, like up the live. If you have not subscribed to Portland Spice TV, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. Click the notification bell, and that will ensure whenever we are on, you get the notification so you can join us. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow morning for Talk Jamaica, when we'll take all your phone calls. Peace be with you, my people.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture said it once, so we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we rip off. Subscribe.